Welcome to Shorts Beyond Measure, where fashion, interiors, and psychology get the stylish, savvy, and slightly therapeutic touch.
We're Tara West, Caroline Baltz, and Allison Goldberg, a fashion stylist and 2 interior designers who are also trained as psychotherapists.
So let's get into what's trending, what's tired, and what's actually worth your time. Because good style and good decisions should never be short-lived.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Hi.
You know what I love most about being around fabulous women is we all really try to lift each other up, but it's genuine, because when I walked in, I said to you ladies, your hair looks so good, and it genuinely does. And then Caroline told us a very fascinating tip about her hair.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I've been to a million different colorists, salons, whatever. I have gone back to what I did in high school, which is a bottle job. Like, I literally pay $7.
A what job?
Bottle job.
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood you.
Comes in a bottle, Allison.
I mean, it's only, 9 a.m. and she's in the gutter.
She's really always
I start early.
But really, I would F my hair up so bad if I did it out of a bottle.
Well, I mean, it takes time to find the right color, whatever, and I don't know. But I was doing it that way through high school, and then went to the colorist and the lowlights and the highlights and the keratin and the this and the that. And my hair would break every once in a while. And then it broke. And I'm like, I'm going to go back to Garnier Nutrice 111.
What a plug. I hope you get some product from that.
I hope so too. White chocolate.
Well, it looks really good.
So do you just do your roots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you have to section. That seems a little tedious.
It's in a little bottle. You zoop, 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 whatever. You
make that noise?
Yeah.
That's really amazing. No, seriously. And getting your hair color costs so much money. You're saving so much. No wonder why you have fabulous handbags.
That's right. All that money in the budget.
Save and splurge. That's the way to go.
So what are we talking about today, Caroline?
Well, you said tips, and it reminds me of the tips of my hair or whatever, but tips in general is become such a pet peeve of mine.
Just the tip or all tips?
Giving tips to gratuity.
Giving tip?
Gratuity.
Oh, sorry.
Cover your tip.
Cover your tip. I was thinking back to the first time this happened to me, and I was in Cisco in Nantucket. And I went to go to the merch store to buy a sweatshirt. And I go and I find the sweatshirt. I go up to the place to pay. It's a little iPad. This teenage girl who's probably 16 turns the pad over so I can hit the buttons. And then it's like, do you want to tip 20%, 35%, or whatever?
Yeah. Well, it's Nantucket, right?
But then you feel
you feel guilty if you don't do it.
She's standing right there. She did nothing. Nothing. Yeah. All she did was turn over the iPad as her service to me. What?
So what do you do? What your inclination to do?
Well, so I paid her the 20% tip because I'm a freaking, whatever. I just caved. But it was one of the first times it happened to me. This was years ago. And now it's very, very common.
Yes.
And I was thinking about it. After I had my C-section with my boys, I'll tip that doctor all day long.
Right.
He's not asking for a tip. He did a major service for me. But going to a coffee shop and maybe a barista, okay, now we're a little bit, they're doing something, but that's their job.
Allison, I'd love to know your take. Do you tip or not?
I love the tip. I'm actually an over tipper.
Oh, no.
Yeah, David hates that about me, but I think if you do a good job, I'm going to give you a good tip. I tip on the tax. I do all the wrong things. But I do understand, if you go to a restaurant where you're ordering at the counter and then clearing your own plate, Tate, why am I tipping you?
I was not going to mention Tate, but that's the one place where I'm that is not going to happen. You flip it in my face to tip you, and you got me a water.
Me.
Well, actually, I pulled my own water.
Right.
You know what I mean? You pulled your own water out of the case. Now I have to tip you. But I'm with you. I do tip. I do know that in the service industry, we're in it. It makes a lot of sense that you're doing work, but sometimes there's no work.
Nobody tips you, though,
right?
Do they?
I was just going to say, we should start asking people for tips.
Yeah. Right?
No, but when I use QuickBooks and it offers a place to tip, and sometimes I don't ever expect a tip. it's my own business. I think there's a rule of thumb. Maybe you guys can correct me, but if it's your own business, you don't need to tip. But if it's somebody working for a business, do you tip?
So my mom always told me that in like a hair salon, if you go to the owner, you don't have to tip. But if you go to someone else, then you tip.
Right. So if it's your business,
Yeah.
so I don't ever expect a tip. But sometimes people leave me one, but I would never expect it. But yeah, I think that it's such a good point. It's become a little ridiculous.
And awkward, right? Like, because they're
Awkward.
standing there watching you. So even like, I'll just do like the 10% just so you don't judge me. But it does feel invasive and
It does.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the anonymity factor, like it's the opposite of anonymity. You're right there.
Right.
And but I will tell you, so William has told me that his generation is normalizing not tipping unless you've done something above and beyond the expectation.
But sometimes in my head, I'm like, I'm just not going to do it. And it's probably at Taze where I'm just like, yeah, right. Like, this makes no sense. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's a way that the restaurant or business doesn't have to pay their employees as much.
Right.
So they raise the prices and we have to tip and we're rude if we don't. Perfect.
Yay.
Win-win.
Okay, well, it kind of is a good segue into the topic for today. But I was going online thinking about, what we were going to talk about today. And I really was trying to find this study that I remember so like searingly in my brain reading when I was at grad school for my master's in organizational psychology. And it was about people who go to a field and they're offered, they say, bring your favorite book.
Wait, I feel like we talked about this already.
But I've never found the study.
Oh,
and I couldn't
okay.
remember who it was.
So you really didn't do your job and find a new topic?
No, well, so I think I brought it up in a different
We
context.
could
before.
actually really talk about anything. You
We
know
really
what I mean?
can. Do we really need a topic? We
No,
probably
no,
don't.
go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh my goodness, I hate that. So
Love you too.
The evolved response to a landscape by blah 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 Judith and Hargraves. So anyway, it's the weeping willow effect and how you go and when you have the opportunity to be in this big huge field, you find something that cocoons you and make you feel safe. And I think it relates to fashion too, because it's not just the pieces, right? You can see it on a hanger, you can see it but like how you feel in the article of clothing makes such a difference. And I thought about it as I got dressed this morning. Like, I wanted something cozy. It's cold outside. I wanted a turtleneck.
Were we thinking the same?
Yeah. And I wanted cotton.
I was too. I have a little mock.
Yeah. We're all on par.
So we're all wearing willow trees? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Well, first of all, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm about to do a TV segment. I don't want to jinx it, but it's kind of big. It's national.
Ooh.
And it's about women dating over 50 and what should they wear. And, what it really comes down to is what makes you feel good and what makes you feel confident.
Yeah.
And I think that's going back to kind of what you're saying is, you reach for things that you make you feel good because then you feel confident, comfortable, and you like what you're wearing. Same probably in your home, right? So you want spaces that are warm, inviting, make you feel good when you come home for the end of the day.
Why are you guys looking at me? I have nothing to say.
Well, I sometimes have things in my closet that I buy because I like the way they looked, but I don't like the way they feel on me.
Yes.
And they just hang there because I'm like, pass, because I know when I look at it, what it feels like on my body just is, it's a non-starter.
100%. Well, I think too, when I shop with people, I always say like you should, and we've talked about this before, invest in pieces that you actually will wear many, many times and that you like. If they don't like it, they don't like the way it feels, don't buy it. It's just going to sit there and you're going to regret it.
I think that's my huge issue with like getting my kids to dress not in sweats is that they're so used to that comfy feeling that when you're like, okay, put on a skirt or dress pants and a button down, they're like, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to wear this.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes
Even
sense.
jeans, like,
Yeah.
they're so restrictive compared to like
No, Drew wears sweatpants every day to school
Same with
Yeah.
and Crocs or Uggs. Like,
Well, that makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, back in the day, I did not dress like my kids dress to school right now. I would never wear sweats. It was always like some kind of jean or something. And I was probably very uncomfortable. And the kids are all going for comfort right now, which makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. Chloe's into fashion and looks and whatever, and she wears jeans and like thinks
so
about. She
stylish.
lays out her outfit the night before. Like she's into it. So I think if you're into it, you find the pieces that are comfortable and look good. But Drew could care less. He's like, give me a sweatshirt, give me some sweatpants. I'm good to go.
Well, you go to the high school, my kids' high school, they're all dressed the same in like oversized sweats and stuff. And I'm like, that makes sense to me, you know, because until it's spring and it's sun's out, buns out. And I've never seen so many asses exposed. And I'm like, how do the boys concentrate? Like, I feel bad for them.
I
know Dave laughed because Dave, but seriously, I'm like, if I were a teenage boy and that was sitting in front of me, I'd be like, woo!
Dave, do you own a pair of Daisy Dukes?
Working on it.
All right.
It's a project.
We can cut those jeans.
But I grew up in a period where the fashion was women would wear sweatshirts that went down below their bums. Right. So we saw no bums. And now
this is a new
I'm angry.
The 1860s.
Yeah, but if you think about it,
exactly. Everyone was wearing bloomers, Allison.
These boys really, the boys have to, they have to not look, yet they want to look, and they can't make a comment. And, you know, these girls, I mean, I'm not.
It's so provocative.
It's just hot. It's hard.
Yeah, it's
it
so
would be
provocative.
hard.
I think they make their comments online. Like my son in like 6th grade was getting messages from girls being like, you know, sending selfies and be like, rate me 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Don't ever respond. That's gonna if you respond, that's sexual harassment. You're gonna go to juvenile detention. Like,
he's already going to juvie?
Yeah. we go to
from 0
extremes.
to juvie.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we're really getting off topic here, but I think that to your point, you're right. You should reach for things that are cozy. We usually do, but talk about interior design in that regard for a minute.
Wait, Dave, is that why you chose that shirt?
It does look comfy.
Is it comfy and not fashionable? No, I'm just kidding.
It's both, Allison.
It actually is. It actually looks good. I'm just.
I get a lot of compliments on this.
It is good.
Yeah.
I like
3/4 zip. Like it.
Right.
Waffle.
All right. Sorry. I had to get that one in. Go ahead, Caroline.
Got to get the requisite insult of Dave for the podcast. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, it made me think Allison and I were at Kirpalu last week. Was it last week? The week before.
Yeah.
And
Not comfy and cozy.
no, we sat down in the spa, right? Like whatever I don't know if
It's not a spa.
It's healing arts, they call it. So I guess they're not trying to be a spa, but they are. I mean, it's massage, it's facials, it's, you know, readings and energy healing and all this stuff. We sit down in this little place where we're waiting for our practitioner, and we go,
Oh,
It was like it was a sofa, but it felt like a wooden bench,
yeah.
and that was like the waiting room.
that's not inviting
No,
for a spa.
right. And what are the messages that our furnishings and our homes and our, you know, decor is sending to people? There's subliminal things that you like, messages you get when you're in a space.
Right, because I think about my dream office, which one day I will have, and I want it to be like the Chanel fitting room on Newberry Street.
Oh, we have a picture of us there.
I love that one with
So good.
the gold couch.
Yeah, it's like, because when you walk in there, you feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to spend $1 million. And that's what that's the vibe I would want for my clients. Because
So
that's
good.
kind of the caliber of the people that I work with. I work with everybody, but you know, I want them to feel that way.
Yeah, and you can make them feel like they're in luxury and still go to Zara for some pieces.
100%.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying.
We're gonna design that for you because we actually hung out. Like they'll serve you like coffee in
yeah.
there and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
When we're bored, we hang out at Chanel.
Well, now I know where to find you.
You know where to find us.
All right. Well, this has been riveting again. Thank you guys. We do.
Wait, I have something funny, but I don't know if it's appropriate.
So say it, and then we can
that's
cut
ever
it.
stopped you before.
Have you guys seen on Instagram, or maybe it's on TikTok? I don't know, but it's like this girl that's like, come take a shit with me, and she goes into Hermes, or she'll like, and she like grades. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm listening.
She like grades the whole bathroom, like with the toilet paper and the hand soap, and like It's hysterical.
Come take a shit with me at Hermes. There's nothing like a store made for billionaires to make you feel out of place. So I went straight to my safe place. Jump scare coming up. Mrs. Meyer soap straight from Target. Try your best to look past the hand soap because the energy in here is definitely Hermes. I accidentally forgot my Kelly at home. Slight redemption here for having a Toto. But this toilet paper brings us right back down. My jaw dropped when I felt how thin this was. Vanity was incredibly clean. Nothing in the automatic soap dispenser, so I did have to use Mrs. Meyer's. Toto sink as well. And standard paper towels. I give it a 4 out of 5. It was incredibly clean. Where should we shit next?
So she's not really defecating. She's just going into the bathroom.
She might be, but...
So she's really checking out all bathrooms in high-end stores.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like she's always like, come take a shit with me. I don't know. I found it amusing, but we can end on that note.
Well, you
right.
can really tell a lot about a restaurant by their bathroom.
Yes.
And a podcast host by her commentary.
All right. Gotta go take a shit.
Bye.
Oh, goodness.
Bye.
Oh, my God. You're so bad.
That's it for this week's Shortlist. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, share it, leave a review, or let us know what's on your short list.
Shorts beyond measure, because the most important things in life can't be quantified.